Here we are. Hey guys, it's Ted Bogert. Welcome back to the TED Show. Yeah, I'm in a different room today here at Citrus Club. We got a little view out there. I'm excited to have this young gentleman, this entrepreneur, this real estate guru. Shall I go on? This is Kenard Walker Jr. And we're going to talk about Move with a Purpose. I love the title of the show. I love it when the guests post something or chooses a title that is makes me think out loud, and that's what he's going to do today. So welcome, my friend. How are you?
Thank you. I am wonderful. The opportunity, I'm so grateful and definitely appreciate being here for sure.
And you come with a great spirit of abundance and gratitude, and I appreciate that. You're looking sharp. I don't know what the kids call it today, dope. I won't try to date myself. You're looking fresh. I heard that one this morning. But I love your outfit. I love that. I think when anybody dresses up for their day, it's always a great way to set the tone for the day. But enough about my little musings. Let's learn about you. So before we went live, I said the audience loves origin story. They want to know about you. You obviously weren't born and at 5 years old decided, I want to get into real estate. I don't think. Right. So give us a little bit of your journey.
Okay. So a lot of people that know me think I'm from Chicago, like born in Chicago, but I was actually born in Tacoma, Washington. Was only there for 6 months. My father was in the military, and then we moved back to Chicago, which is where I grew up almost all my life. South side of Chicago, love it. So yeah, that's where I was at. That's what made
they got great pizza up there. Actually, the food in Chicago is amazing.
Oh yes, for sure. So yeah.
So what brought you to Florida?
Family. Don't have any family down here, but my beautiful wife. Now, we decided when we were in Chicago, hey, let's go somewhere, raise a family, start a whole new life, and we chose Orlando. The Orlando area, and Great choice for sure.
Why? What was the? I mean, obviously, I understand. I was born up north, so that cold weather. Chicago is brutal cold. That cold weather is certainly a motivator. Why Orlando though? Why not Miami or Tampa or I don't know, up north somewhere in the Panhandle?
Okay, so what's funny is that years ago I already said I'm moving to Florida, but at that time she wasn't around, so it was going to be Miami. So, but plans change, God moves and He works. So, I like the family-oriented area around Orlando and things to do, and move from the going out scene to, and that changed totally drastically. Like Disney Springs is my going out and so, yeah, so it's the family vibe, all of that,
What were you in real estate in Chicago, or what? How did the journey go from whatever you were doing before real estate to real estate?
Okay, so right before I came down here, I was personal trainer in Chicago for maybe about 4 years or so, and I loved it. Training was where it's at, and came down here and actually continued training with my own business, and so. Just training to me is what got me to where I'm at right now, because I care about people. And, one thing that I've learned with training is that you meet so many different people, so many different goals, and everybody's not the same. And that's what I love about real estate. Just meeting so many different people and so many different goals. And it's like, I had to experience that with training and just life experience to just, to develop into real estate and train real estate and just connect with people. That's my thing, connecting with people. So
I can tell you've got a great, we mentioned it before we went live. You've got this great humility spirit. You're very humble when you speak. So I would imagine people are drawn to that, but it's one thing to train. And then real estate is very sales oriented, sales and marketing oriented. So how did you make that leap? Because those to me are two different sides of your brain, or at least part of your brain.
So that's one thing I don't want to be or labeled as somebody that sells. Like I don't want to push you and force you and come up with all these scripts and lines. Let's just connect and be genuine. I know we can get there. I know you can get there with me. And that's what I just ask for, trust, because it's faith, that I have that I can do it for somebody, so it's not selling, it's just connecting. Do you connect with me? I have a plan. Just hear me out. That's all I need people to do is hear me out, and I got it.
It's interesting because real estate, a lot of people just stumble into it. So
Mm-hmm.
was there a time where you made the conscious decision that was the route you wanted to, or did somebody say, hey, you'd be great at real estate, why don't you try that out?
So I actually trained a realtor. I trained a couple of realtors, and he was trying to get me there for a couple of years. And it was just like, it wasn't my time. That's what people have to wait on. It's their time. And that's what Move with a Purpose come in at. So with training, I was moving with a purpose in that situation, in that season. And so this is a whole new season where it's like, okay, I wasn't ready then, but now it's like, okay, I keep hearing it. You have this tenacity, like, go after it. You can do wonders here, from realtors. So it's like, okay, let me try it out. Let me
And what was it? Was the transition easy? Because I think a lot of people they either look at real estate as this glamorous, we were joking about that earlier, glamorous lifestyle that we all lead when we're in real estate, but there's a lot more work to it. So you came down here, you didn't know anybody.
Mm-hmm.
You had to build up your big database, your centers of influence, or whatever they're calling it today. What was that like? Because it's not like you had a ton of family and friends from around here that all realtors go to that database first. We all do.
Right.
And then you work your way out. How did you build yours up for any people who are either struggling with that or are thinking about getting into real estate?
Okay, so it's like when I came down with training, it's a hustle and it's a grind. Like, it's not easy. It's not all glamorous, even though we look in the part. But it takes work and it takes commitment. So you have to try a few things. When I came down for training, I was going to different shops, putting flyers in different shops, getting turned down, and knowing they throwing them in the garbage as soon as I leave. But you just cannot stop. You cannot stop. Put it out there, and then you have to connect with people. You have to connect with people that's higher than you, that's been doing it, that has a plan.
Yes.
You have to just stay faithful with it, and don't give up ever.
You know what, I want to say amen after everything you say. So if real estate doesn't work out, you should get into preaching. I love it.
My wife said, be ready to be a first lady. Give me about 15 years though. First lady of the church or something.
You fit right in, my friend.
Man.
All right, I want to ask about one of the reasons why I love the title is it has two of my favorite words in it: move, or moving, and purpose. Mm-hmm. Move suggests progress, moving forward, doing something that is taking you to the next step or level or wherever you're supposed to be. And of course, purpose is something that I think we all struggle with. But it's such an important part of how we finish out our lives, how we work on our lives, how we move forward in our lives. If we don't know our purpose, I feel like people are literally out there just guessing at what they're supposed to do, or they get stuck in a job and they never realize what their God-given purpose is. So talk about it. Talk about move and talk about purpose.
Okay. So what I was told not to do is just to give a whole history lesson of my story. But
it's your show, my friend. You do whatever you'd like to do.
Man, I did come from somewhere, and some of the choices I even made is just like wasn't aligned with God's purpose. We all try to create our own plan, and that's not the way to go. I cannot make it with just going off what I feel like on my own plan, And so, and you can't sit somewhere for too long and be comfortable and just like, okay, this is it, when you know that there's so much more out there for you, So that's the part of moving. Each year, each step, each season, you have to move and progress. Like, and so doing that, it's teaming up with people, like I said before, and I've had a lot of help. So I didn't get here on my own, by the grace of God, we're here and continue to elevate. And so with a purpose, it's like I found a purpose in training, personal training, with helping people. And so just that feeling from them, once they get that, and I feel like I don't need my name plastered everywhere. Like, hey, Kenard did this, and nah, it's just like that connection with that one person and that feeling that, oh, I helped them get there and they're grateful for that. It's just like, I'm here for the long call, and to see other people succeed and be happy, pulling them up and just creating something for them is awesome and amazing. That's my purpose, man. I want to make other people feel great and feel good, give back as much as I can. It's just a lot going on.
Well, that energy, that spirit you have is awesome. It's contagious in a good way, not the bad kind, the good kind. Let's talk a little bit about faith, and then I want to talk about real estate. You've mentioned it before we went live. Obviously, we talked about that we're both men of faith. How does that play in your business? How do you feel like your business is different than other people's business because of your faith?
Okay. So, one thing I don't want to do is just say what other people are doing that they shouldn't be doing, or just calling folks out. But for me, I'm just talking about for myself, and it's just not a scripture posted in my bio, 1 Corinthians 2:9. 1 Corinthians 2:9 means a lot to me. I have not seen nor ear heard, either entered to the heart of man the things which God had prepared for them that love him. So that means a lot. So again, it's not my plan, it's just staying faithful. And I would mention God in so many times in my posts, and everybody may not want to hear it, but I have to acknowledge him, because he's the reason why I'm here. I just cannot just say, hey, let's keep going because I did this. No, so I have to acknowledge God in everything that I do, and those that feel it and connect with it, we can make great things happen together. So,
amen. Give the glory to him. I love it.
Yes.
Tell me about real estate, because that's obviously what you do.
Mm-hmm.
But talk about the market, because people, if you read the news, the world's crashing and it's Armageddon and it's all over. Yeah. Tell me what you're seeing in the real estate market from your perspective. What's going on? Is it still a seller's market? How's the inventory? Give them a little 411 on what you're dealing with on a daily basis.
Okay. It's still a seller's market, and then so what I do is I do a lot of researching for sellers and buyers and stuff like that. So for my sellers, if you may not know what you were sitting on or sitting in, there's so much equity people have in their homes, and but you don't know, because your neighbor house may have sold for a certain amount, but you just can't go off with that, what your neighbor's house sold for. There's upgrades. Your house has its own special characteristics, all these things. So it's definitely a seller's market. The inventory is still kind of low. Even with new construction, it's taking time, and then even connecting with site agents. They're releasing phases at certain points because there are delays and things that hold it back. But my thing is first for both sellers and buyers, let me educate you and tell you what you have and tell you what's really going on. And for buyers, it's just like putting confidence in them. Like, hey, there's something out there for you. And I was just thinking about this today for buyers, as far as being pre-approved. Do you need to be? No, you don't need to do a lot of things in life, but will it help? Yes, indeed, it will definitely help. It'll save you frustrations and time, for yourself. And so these things, whether you go with me or not, just look out. I'm just looking out for you,
Beautiful.
But you can make
it. Again, you've got so much love going on YouTube. So I don't know what your presence is there, but you got a lot of love on YouTube. I see all the comments coming in. I've tried to share them. And we will go back in and thank you guys, by the way, for commenting and showering him with some love. Before we head out, today's International Women's Day. And I'd love for you to share a woman. When I say the word hero, a woman that comes to mind for you.
Okay, so I'm going to 3. Can I do 3?
You can do whatever you'd like. I told you, it's your show. Do as many as you'd like. Siobhan says you better say your sister. I'm guessing that's your.
Yes, you too. All my sisters, man. All them ladies, man. I love them. I love them. But my mom's, man, my mother, she is the lady that set the foundation for my sister, for all of us. And she just has a strong will about her. So it's like, no matter what I've done in my life, I could never just sit and stop okay, well, this is it. Nah, she's one of the reasons why I have to keep going. She put that in me, you know what I'm saying? instill that faith, all of that, and she's strong, loving, caring, giving, like she's everything, man.
Love it.
Everything. And my grandmother, man, she's gone now, but my grandmother, she's a lady that she's just a lady, man. She's just a lady. I want to give her some love too, because I remember talks with her. We would just sit in her living room and just talk for hours, man. And she always looked out for me, man. So she spoiled me a little bit. So that made it bad for the next lady, who was my wife. I love her. And we're having our first child. Blockbuster coming this summer. So
congratulations. Man, oh my gosh, that's amazing.
Thank you. Yes.
First baby. Good for you.
Yes, baby.
I remember those days. Well, I have to say that you are your spirit of humility and kindness. You've got a great energy. Don't ever lose it, my friend.
Thank you, sir.
What is the best way that people can find out more about you, follow you? If you're buying or selling, you want to reach out to this gentleman here. How can they find you?
Yes, sir. You can follow me on Instagram at Kenard the Realtor. My Facebook business page, Realtor Kenard Walker Jr. YouTube, I'm building this, show that love over there too. Kenard Walker Jr. as well. And call or text, 407-289-6280. I am available and ready to help, willing. Yes.
All right. So now that it's over, we're still live though. Be careful. Now that it's over, how do you feel?
I feel good. I feel good. I feel great.
Nothing to be nervous about. You did a phenomenal job because you spoke from the heart and you were authentic and vulnerable, and I loved it. Come back anytime. Y'all reach out to this gentleman. There is his keymhomesbykennard.com.
Yes.
Let's reach out to him. Come back anytime, my friend. God bless you and your family. Well. Congratulations. I love it. I love all the sister love going on here. It's so good. We will see you guys later.